Hello crafty friends. I picked this cute little thing up at the Dollarama. I thought it was Dollar Tree, Dollarama. It was $2. I actually got to take this sticky off. And I didn't know what I really want to do with it. So I'm gonna go and I think I'm gonna put some rice paper on it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get my little trusty screwdriver, which was from the Dollar Tree, and just go ahead and remove out these little posts here. I actually already unscrewed them a little bit so that you wouldn't have to see me struggle in case they were really tight, but they were fine. Okay, so all right, put those in a safe place because I don't want to lose them. And then let's see what else we need to do. I'm going to just sand these off, just using a nail file, just so that it's nice and smooth. There we go. And then I'm just going to give this a bit of a blast so I can loosen it up, so I can take it off. So just using my heat tool here. Oops, sorry if the table was shifting a little bit there. I'm just going to sand off the excess glue there too. All right, now we are ready to have some fun. So let's go ahead and decoupage this. I'm going to put this aside and I think I might decoupage this too. So this is the rice paper I'm thinking of. It's from Whispering Woodlands by Farrell Taylor from Stamperia. And I just think it speaks well because house keys will go here. So why not a shoe that's a house, right? So I just wanted to go over when using rice paper. Rice paper is very thin and fibrous. So wherever you place it, it's gonna pick up the color in the background. So I'll give you a classic example. If you put it onto a dark surface, like I'm doing here, you're gonna get a darker effect. Now, if I switch that out and I put it on a white surface, you will see that that is a lot brighter, right? So a big contrast between when you put it on black and when you put it on white. So you can see where the black comes in there. Totally changes what that rice paper looks like. So I want it to be brighter. So what I'm going to do before I lay my rice paper down, even though this is not like a super dark surface, I'm gonna come in with some primer paste. This is just Pentart, gesso. You can use any primer you have or gesso. You can also use acrylic paint. Again, this is Pentart, but you can use any white acrylic paint. Because it's wood and we're going to be using decoupage medium on this, we're not too worried about it bonding. So let's go ahead and do the primer. So Pentart primer paste is quite thick. If you watch my other videos, you will know that I use it a lot for stenciling also. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take some water and just mist my board a little bit just to help with the flow of the primer. The other thing you can also do is wet your brush a little bit and do it that way. I'm just gonna go this way, and I don't need a lot. I just need to bring on a different background so that it picks up the rice paper the way I want it to. But it's personal preference. You don't have to do that. You can leave it however you want. I just want it to be a little bit brighter, if you will. I'm gonna get in the nooks and crannies here too. This has been sitting around for a while, and I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. Then I saw that collection and I saw the rice paper and I thought, well, that's really fitting. Somewhere to hang your keys when you've actually got a picture of a house, albeit a boot. The old lady that lived in a shoe. I think we all heard that nursery rhyme as we were growing up. And this will dry pretty quick. And Pentart products are meant for mixed media, therefore if I bring the heat tool to it, it's not going to damage the product or change the effect. I do personally like to let things dry naturally regardless, but sometimes we just want to speed up the process. I thought these would be really nice little gifts to give out too. You could change it depending on the season. I really wanted to do Silent Sea when I first got this, with the lighthouse and everything, and then I didn't get around to it. So now I'm doing it. Okay, there we have it. So make sure you put your brush in water. And I always like to put over some of that glad paper that sticks. Forgot what it's called now. Just to keep your products nice and moist. Okay, we're gonna give this a blast. So I think that should be good. Oh, the number of this rice paper is DFSA 41061. Ah, yes, much brighter. Okay. I'm just going to see how that would work. Yeah, I think the shoe fits nicely. I could move it down slightly and get the chimney in at the top. That would be nice. And then my holes would be about here. Let's double check that. Oh yes, about here. So that might be quite nice. Okay, I am just gonna go off camera and cut this down. All I'm gonna do, I've made my line here. I'm just gonna come in and I'm going to just cut this off. I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. And I think I have it where I want it. So I still have this left over, so I'm just gonna put that to the side. So I'm going to use some decoupage varnish glue. It's just by Pentart. And I'm just gonna come in, and the first thing that I'm gonna do is actually just put a layer of this, just kind of generously, just down on here. It's just easier if I use my left hand, because the pot's on the other side today. You see, I'm not putting down too much, but just nice strokes. Along the top. Rice paper and decoupage matte medium is very forgiving, so you can lift off and go back under where you need to. For larger projects, I would normally just start with a little bit and work my way down. So do a little bit, put the rice paper down, put a little bit more, but okay. So now let's come in with our rice paper, and you can just smooth it down. See what I mean about being forgiven if you don't get it right? Smooth that up a smidge. And you can work out all the wrinkles. It's not a big deal. Again, it's very forgiving. And there we go. So that part is done. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna come over top with a nice little layer, because this will seal it. So if you get any splatters on it or any water or any other color that it's gonna take, you can wipe it back, because this is like a protectant. And this is matte. You can get it in shiny. I tend to use matte because I just like the look of matte. There are some projects that will warrant it to be glossy, but not this one, not for me. So nice strokes. As you can see, I'm trying to make sure that it goes in the grooves there. And this is a project that you could probably do with your kiddos too. There's lots of things you can do when it comes to rice paper and what you can decoupage. You know, I like making tea boxes too, using rice paper. They're a lot of fun. So make sure you get it down the sides. Anything that lifts, like I said, is very forgiving. You can go back in and do it. So for instance, if this is lifting, see how easy that is. While it's still wet, you can go in and fix that up. Okay, so this is all you need to do. I think I might have to do a run to the Dollarama and get some more of these. I can see these being really nice gifts. This is drying as we speak. You can probably see the sheen going away, but I am going to give it a quick blast because I just want to make sure I know if anywhere I need more. Now, if you find you get wrinkles or bubbles, you can always just come in and you can definitely massage them out like this. I actually don't have any because this is a straightforward kind of piece, but just massage them out. There we go. And down that groove. Yeah, it's pretty much dry already. one of the reasons my sister and I, or I should say my sister, started with Pentart was because it dries so fast. So it's really one of those things, you can get things done and make lots more a lot faster. So now I'm gonna just come in, and I probably need a new nail file or a sanding block, but it's just gonna come off, and that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna go all the way around. Just like that. And you can see how easy it comes off. So you can get into that corner there. Lovely. There you go. So it's nice and clean. Probably need a sanding block for this, but this works. It will work for our purposes today. Oops, be careful, be careful. That bit there was a bit wet. Have to come in and fix that bit now. Note to self, make sure it's completely dry. It's quite fibrous, so you're gonna see fibers in there. So don't worry about those. Sometimes the fibers don't even want to break off. There we go. So now we already have our logo. I'm just gonna actually, I like these grooves in it, so I'm just gonna, you could actually come in with a little bit of paint. That's a darker color to highlight these grooves, but I don't know if you can see, but you can see the grooves in there now. And that makes me happy. Now let's have a look at that little piece that I took off here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of green, because I can, and I'm gonna patch it up. I'm gonna patch that puppy up. Need a little bit of a bigger piece. So all I'm gonna do to patch that up is come in with a little bit of decoupage, matte medium, and then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna add in and then just cover it, and I promise you, you won't even know that I made a boo-boo. You won't even know. Let me actually just get a bit of that. Okay, let's dry that little piece so I can show you that you can't tell. Okay, spot the difference. Okay, so next what I'm going to do, I'm really thinking about where I'm going to put this now, because this is going to kind of fall right on it. So I might just glue this to the side. I will see after I put the hooks on this. Okay, so next steps. So I'm gonna come in and I just want to see the placement of these. Now don't forget to make sure you know where your little holes are. It's such a fast, I'm not going to tighten them yet till I'm sure that I don't need to do something else to this. I don't want to make it too overpowering. I want to keep it kind of simple rather than add stenciling and do that stuff to it. So I usually just use a pokey tool and go find the holes that I made. And oopsie daisy. And then put a hole in it so it's easier for me to see and put the screws back in. I'm just happy that my stairs didn't get covered. It's so cute, if I may say so myself. Ew, my mushroom got a little bit covered, but that's okay. You can still see the mushroom. Did I say I wasn't going to tighten these? And then I think I did, except for the first one. But I think I'm quite okay with it, so I'll go in and just, this one seems a bit off kilter. I'll tighten them in, but isn't that so cute already to hang your keys up on? Now, next steps. So now I'm going to use ground espresso, and I am, like I said, I'm struggling a little bit. How much more do I want to do with it? But honestly, it's one of those things where I just need to sometimes stop. So I'm just gonna come in and I'm just gonna highlight around this, just like that. Just to give it more of a kind of, not rustic, but kind of finished look on the sides. And I might have to go in with a finger jobber to get those corners. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit here and just darken the edges just here, just to give it a little bit more interesting feel and look. And we'll have to go in there and maybe use even a brush and come in there and do it there. So already you can see it's made a difference having that. Now what I am gonna do is I'm also gonna just go around this because I want to give this more of a rustic kind of look. And sometimes that's all you need. You don't need to get the paints out or anything, but it just pulls it back from being that stark white. I don't know why my table is wobbling so much today. I wonder if I don't have my wheels locked on it. And again, it's just to pull off or get past that kind of really stark white. Make sure you get it underneath too. Okay, so that's not looking so brighty whitey now. Still want to highlight some of these edges a little bit more. Now you could paint this a color to match the colors in the rice paper also, but I am going to leave mine as is. Okay. So there we have that. So I was actually thinking I was gonna come in and use some of that leftover rice paper and put a butterfly on there. But I kind of like the pop of white on this, so I am gonna leave it. I did try 2 butterflies with 2 different variations. I guess you could. This one matches better. But I'm gonna leave it. I kind of like the white pop. I'm just gonna distress the edges though. But I do like the white pop. I so badly want to do white splatters on this, but I'm gonna be a good girl and I'm gonna leave it. And I'm just gonna go ahead, before I change my mind, and glue my heart down, because I know what I'm like. I'll come back to this and I'll want to do something else. So I'm gonna leave this here. And there you have it. It's really simple, straightforward project, under $5. Oh, close to just under 5. Isn't that just so cute? And then it's got like, I'm not sure about this piece here, but the board comes with a hook so that you can hook it onto your wall or wherever you need to. And then you have this beautiful, I should let that dry actually, this beautiful keychain holder. I hope you liked it. I really enjoyed doing this project today. It was fun, easy, and fast. Thanks for joining me.